Hello and welcome back on Wake Up Nigeria this morning. We're moving on to an amazing guest.
Yeah.
We're going to be having a great conversation with actress, producer, Ego Boyo. I feel like saying that is not enough. I feel like I should go back to the beginning and start giving a major prelim. But she is an industry thought leader.
Yeah.
And she's been in the industry since the 80s and is incredibly intentional as she advocates for women empowerment right here on the show today. Welcome back to the show. I know you've been on the show before.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to actually have you here. As I was saying, I'm definitely an admirer of your works and a lot of things that you've done. And today they were actually telling me about the first ever soap.
Soapy. We like to call that soapy.
Actually, I'm actually seeing you on screen, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Like, I don't think I was even born then.
I don't think you were.
No, I wasn't. But then again, to actually look back and see that, fine. I mean, someone that's actually been in this space from then till now is still relevant. I mean, it's been an amazing journey for you, definitely. So can you please tell me, don't tell them. What has that experience been like?
It's been very interesting. It's had its highs and a few lows, but I'm happy to say more highs than lows. And it's really wonderful to see how the industry has evolved. And you're coming in at a great time. You know, there's a lot of work still to be done, but we are doing quite well.
Amazing.
And now that you're in, you will know.
We did see a little clip of one of the episodes of Checkmate earlier on this morning. We saw a clip, and it was such a blast from the past. You know, the set hair, you know, the outfits, the costume. Go look at that. Can you see that? Oh my God! Look at that.
My
They were.
Goodness me. So everything about production has changed. But what are those key things that you remember back then that that completely used to throw you off about being on set?
I'm not sure that things have changed that much. I mean, what I loved about it was just, you know, the relationship between the cast and crew, how easy it was, although the work was quite tough. I think that's what I enjoyed. And I also like the fact that we were very, very guerrilla at that point. Guerrilla in the terms of, you know, we didn't have as much, you know, we had a lot of equipment. But the technical advances in the 21st century, we didn't have as many then. So it was very much, you know, changing a door to make it, you know, into dolly and tracks and things like that. And we were very hands-on and got things done. So that was always interesting to see how, you know, it was like, let's do this. We'll do this regardless of what we had. And just seeing where we are now, where things are a bit easier in terms of having the right equipment. So, it's wonderful from then till now, to see that
So
change.
you're still producing?
Yes.
And we hear that you've produced something extra special.
Yes. So I worked with a very interesting and dynamic young woman, Bekeme Masadi Olowola. And she's the founder of CSR in Action. And we wanted to make a film, a documentary about women in the extractive communities. And they called on me as a filmmaker to share my, you know, some of my expertise, I guess. And yes, we made a very good film. I'm very proud of the work that has been done. And it's wonderful that a subject like that is being focused on. It's also wonderful because I love documentaries. I love all types of films, but I love documentaries especially. And I'm just glad that a lot more companies, a lot more people are seeing that sort of visual statement is also important to get the message across. For them, yes.
So the name of the documentary is Earth Women.
Yes, Earth Women. It's about women who live in those host communities and the sort of challenges that they face, and just sort of bringing awareness, not only bringing awareness to the issue, but also preferring solutions, hopefully preferring solutions. When people watch it, having that engagement and hoping that we can come up with a solution so that things actually happen,
Okay. I mean, what was the experience for you now putting that or coming together with the team that actually put that all together?
I mean, it was wonderful. I mean, as I said, I love all types of films. So when, you know, people call on me and ask me to, you know, either advise, consult, you know, it's always wonderful. And it's also a learning experience. For me, it was wonderful to learn about this extractive communities. And that's the thing about film. You're constantly learning.
Yeah.
You do the research, you work on different subjects, and you're learning. So that, for me, was one of the big pluses when they asked me to join. Yes, join them.
All right, so you know, when it comes to producing a movie in Nigeria, any type of film in Nigeria, there are certain challenges that you have to overcome. I'm not sure all the locations you use, but I think you did touch the Niger Delta.
Yes, the crew, yes, they shot in the Niger Delta, and they shot in the outskirts of Lagos.
Okay.
And, I mean, I think it will be the same challenges that we face just even commuting within Nigeria. Lagos.
Okay.
You know, getting there, security, making sure that you're able to talk to the people. Some people, especially with documentaries, which are very factual, I find that a lot of people are not very open to sharing on camera.
Okay.
It's also, you know, it's not also not a medium that they're familiar with. So being that open on camera is not something that a lot of people do. So just overcoming that, and then maybe the security in the area, you know.
Who do you believe are the key people that need to watch a documentary like this? Who is the message actually for?
I think it's really the industries that work in these extractive industries.
Okay.
The IOCs, you know, mining, and also government as well. But also, you know, just the general populace. Because, I mean, we all come from communities like that. We live in communities like that. It would be good to, it's good to keep highlighting, but as I said, for us to have these conversations so that we can come up with solutions that can change the plight of the women and the children and men in those areers.
Amazing. So this journey now, I'm really interested in the journey, your journey, because you've always pushed for women empowerment. Now, you've been an advocate for that over the years. Now, I want to know at what point was your interest picked actively into empowering women? Because I believe as a woman, I mean, we should always, do you understand? But like actively, when did you get into that and how? What was the experience for?
I think that from the, you know, my career, it's always been something that, as you said, you sort of, you're advocating, even sometimes unconsciously advocating. But I think it was when, again, a friend of mine involved me in domestic and sexual violence advocacy video, and just hearing the statistics and just how dire the situation was. And just, I think with social media, we've become even more conscious of these stories, because these stories have always been around. But now with social media and 24-hour news, you're constantly hearing just how bad the situation is. I think that for me was, you know, a call to action, wake-up call. It was that whole idea that, look, we can't all, you know, sit back and think that this is going to resolve itself. You have to actively get involved. So I think that was you know, aha moment, I guess, for me.
And you know, those aha moments come when you're sort of in a free thinking space as well. As speaking of space, we did say that you started your journey in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And then there was a little lull period. So for those that are wondering, where has Ego Boyo been? What has she been up to? Do you want to share?
I mean, I guess there was a lull period. I think I was trying to figure out, do I want to get back into acting? Do I want to focus more on my producing one? I think it was also the easier choice because I wasn't getting the kind of material that I wanted, and I really, really started to like what I was doing producing. You could choose your own projects and sort of, you know, guide yourself in terms of how you wanted to go. So, yes, there was that lull. But I was also doing a few corporate, I was trying to build my company, doing a few corporate videos, adverts, and documentaries for clients, social interest documentaries are what I've always wanted to do as well. So this is it's great to be able to do that, yes.
You found a comfortable space and you stuck to it, and we're still seeing you right now, which is amazing. A lot of people in the industry just, you know, probably don't really know where to find their feet, but thankfully, you're definitely not one of them.
Well, thankfully.
Earth Women is the documentary, and we're about to see a quick clip of it.